Thanks to those joining me live and to those joining me on archive. DStyleBoxing here. Hit the like button. Hit the notifications button. Hell, hit that subscribe button. Hell, if you're watching archive, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Hell, join me at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday for live Q&As. Hell, while I'm at it, the chat is open. I'll check it out in a moment. So anyway, there's an old saying. Well, I guess the saying ain't that old, right? The saying ain't quite that old. But it's you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Now, it's not quite you become a villain then you die. Like, like that's not the way it should work. Like, you become a villain then RIP. At least die the hero. But nonetheless. Well, the library is closed, everybody. It's okay. It's all right. You can still use Google. That's still available. But the library is closed. I went to the library today. Thought I'd get myself some information. And I was told it was closed. And the man there said the music didn't play like that. Like the song American Pie. It was like, bye bye, Miss American Pie. It's gone. It's done. It's a wrap. That's it. Gone forever? I don't know. I don't know if it's gone forever. I don't know if it will return one day. I just don't know that. I don't know. But what I do know is that as of right now, Boxing Librarian shut down his channel. Now, there's this other troll channel lurking around. I'm not sure if it's him or not. I don't know. But it's I don't know if it's somebody acting like it's him or if it is him. I have no idea, right? If it is, I mean, well, what a sad state to literally become a troll. Just to literally become a troll, that's unbelievable to me, right? This is unbelievable. It honestly is. This is crazy. What has unraveled here? But the library is closed. I mean, this is what happens when you burn bridge after bridge after bridge after bridge, and you block and you block and you block and you block every single time there's somebody that disagrees with you. Block. Every time somebody questions you, block. Every time somebody has a question, block. Every time somebody block. What you say, block. Like, you know how long I've been here? I literally have 6 people blocked. Right? That's it. And all the time I've been on YouTube, I've blocked 6 people. Right? And I blocked them for posting sick shit or blatantly racist shit. That's why I've blocked them. I've never blocked anyone who just had a difference of opinion. That's never happened. Okay? That's never happened. Ever. Now keep in mind, let's all not act like there was a time when most of us were cool with librarian. And he was just a dude that just happened to like a lot of historical boxing. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to acknowledge this. If you're not going to talk historical boxing and become a big channel, that's just not. You can do that, but that alone is not going to like bring your channel to an all-time high. It's like when I do political videos on here, political commentary, I'm not expecting, okay, hundreds of views. It's not going to happen, right? When I do certain videos, I'm not expecting a lot of views in them, and that's okay, right? Sometimes you just have a certain audience that you want to, get, you just want to get the attention out of a certain audience, and that's fine, right? I think what happened with Librarian, right? I think it's time to dissect it, I guess. Well, why the fuck not? I think what happened was, okay, a lot of things that were said to him, he really took it to heart. Now, granted, a lot of the things that were being said to him were not being said by the people he ultimately had a big issue with, okay? These things were said by guys like Sean Yoon that constantly told him things like, nobody gives a shit about your, this is things Sean Yoon would say. No, nobody gives a crap about your historical videos, and nobody fucking watches them, and this, that, and the third. That's what Sean Yoon would do, right? That's what Precise Presenter would do, And I think one of the reasons guys like Sean Yoon and Precise Presenter and there was some other guys. One of the reasons that they really started to attack Historian is because he really looked like someone who wasn't into beefs. It wasn't his gift to talk shit and stuff like that. It's not his gift, right? And that's okay. But when a lot of us, right, and this is just a true story, when a lot of us said, "Whoa, relax, chill," right? If you have shit, if you want to start shit with Librarian, you're going to start shit with us, right? And I went out of my way to go on his channel and talk boxing, and we actually had some pretty good conversations, all right? Now, there were some things I noticed that I kind of overlooked a little bit. Like, I would be on one of his hangouts, okay, and he would immediately block people. And I swear to God, like in the comments, and sometimes it wasn't even that big of a deal. Like it just wasn't. It just wasn't that big of a deal. Like somebody disagreed with me in one of his videos, and he just stopped me mid sentence, and he just started to chew up this dude. Like, how dare you even talk like that? When I have a guest, you don't talk to my guests like that. Then he like blocked them. I'm like, what the? Now I thought to myself, all right, like it's his channel. I guess he could do whatever he wants. And then I just moved on. Like, it wasn't, but it wasn't one of those like, okay, that really stands out, whatever, right? But I did start noticing little things, okay? I started noticing, the little kind of, how can I say it? Just little things he would say, all right? Like, I'm my own man, and certain groups of people. And, and to me, it's like, look, there's only so much of the grapevine. And I don't have time to explain all these things, so look it up, right? But there's so much of the grapevine here on YouTube. Like, it's not like boxing is this enormously popular sport right now, where there's millions of people like talking boxing on YouTube. That's just not the way it works. Okay, there's a lot of groups and cells and subgroups and people that have some connection to one another, but it's a very small world. Boxing on YouTube, it's a very small world, right? So there's only so many people he could be talking about. There's so many things. But I thought to myself, look, if he's just honest to God. Right. At first, I just thought, wow, he's getting some fire, and he's really passionate about Joshua, and I just didn't think anything like it was just whatever, like But I was noticing like the little shots, but a lot of people throw little shots. Once in a while, people throw shots. Okay, maybe I've done it before. Who fucking knows? But everybody throws their little shots here and there. All right, so it is what it is. Okay, some under the belt. All right, cool. And then it just kept happening and happening. Now, I thought, honest to God, try to play the voice of reason. And one thing I tried to do, all right, I tried several times. I would go to his chat and I would say, bro, send me a link. Now, he had sent me links before. Like, he never had a problem getting me on before, but he just wouldn't get me on anymore. Um, and maybe it's because, look, I'm very open. I'm very transparent with my opinions, and my position was very, very clear. Um, and I don't think he really wanted me on. Okay, I don't think he wanted to engage in a conversation with me, and that became apparent when the DCB thing happened. Now that one you got to go a little back, because I remember there was one time that I forgive me, I don't remember what the videos were about, but he did a video. DCB responded to him, right? And the librarian responded back saying, "No, that's not what I said." DCB did a video saying, "Okay, my bad. That's not what you said." I honestly thought that was over. Now, it obviously took librarian held that grudge. And he held that grudge because he later on, okay, one of the last videos he did about DCB, he brought it up. Okay, like he brought up that whole thing. Like, he held a grudge that happened. You know, that is insane to me. Honestly, that is insane. Right now, DCB just wanted to talk to the guy. This is insane, man. He just refused. He did not want DCB on the line. And I'm not like, you could whatever you want to say. He literally started a hangout. Okay, I've been doing hangouts for a long time. I know how this shit works, guys. Right? For those that don't do hangouts, those that do hangouts know what I'm talking about. Right? But right now, if you just clicked on my video right now, that is it, guys. Like, you can't go back and listen to the beginning. If at the very beginning I said, "Hey guys, I just sent so and so a link," and that person just started listening to it now, they don't know that I sent them the link. All right, they just don't know that. All right, I mean, that was insane. DCB was in the chat. Now, I wasn't there, but there's many witnesses that tell me that he was in the chat. Not only that, he took a screenshot. And then he does a video, and he starts replaying over and over again when he says, "Oh, for the slow people, like." And then the guy starts replaying over and over again. And at that point, I knew this dude's a lost cause. I mean, at that point, I knew where a lot of this was going. I knew where a lot of it was going. I mean, his hatred for a lot of these Wilder fans, if we're honest, I mean, he became very honest at the end. He finally said LDBC. Okay? He finally said it. Like, it finally came out of his mouth. After months of like, is he like, you know what I said about there's only so much of the grapevine? Now, I know what people will say, and this is what a lot of idiots on here say. Like, they say real stupid things, right? Now, they'll say stupid things like, now, if this troll channel is in fact librarian, if that's in fact him, he did a response to, he commented on a video, a Dan the Man's video, okay? It's like YTBC cop something, whatever the fuck it's called. And if that's him, all right? If that's him, or if it's a troll, I don't know. But if that's him, he said that Doc and Dan the Man are a bunch of cowards because they won't stand up to the LDBC. Now, can I ask people a very serious question? What is there to stand up against with the LDBC? What exactly is there to stand up against? Do you guys not understand, right, that we're fucking talking boxing? That's what we're talking about, all right? We're not talking, real war and famine and actual policies that are affecting my life, all right? The LDBC isn't passing laws in this country, okay? Like, what are you guys stupid? What is there to stand up against? Now, does that mean, you never disagree with them? DCB literally did a video saying Gennady Golovkin is the most overrated fighter, right? And I did a response disagreeing with DCB. You know what happened after that? Nothing. There was no beef. Okay, there was no, fighting amongst each other. Coach did a video saying that Juan Manuel Marquez, okay, it was basically an anti-Juan Manuel Marquez video, okay, because saying he's jealous of Canelo Alvarez. I did a video disagreeing with Coach. I even talked some shit in that video. You know what happened after that? Nothing. There was no beef. Zero. I've done countless videos. When 78 was fanboying, okay, freaking Chavez Jr., I did a video disagreeing with 78. You know what happened after that? Nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing happened after that. When I did a post-fight of Joshua versus Takam, I had some, obvious fans of Wilder, right? And said some things that I disagreed with them about. I addressed it live in the video. Was there some beef afterwards? No, there was no beef. Zero beef. All right? Nothing happened after that. Why is it that I could disagree? I've disagreed with blood boxing before. I don't agree with every single thing that blood boxing says. All right? But there was never a beef. Look, I understand that there's an audience, okay? I understand that there's people that will follow you if you start beefing with certain people. Okay? I understand that. But that's... I don't just say I want no part of it. I take no part in it. Right? Now, that doesn't mean I'm free from beefing. Okay? That's not what that means. D-Style does not discriminate when it comes to talking shit. D-Style does not discriminate nor hold back, okay, when they have something to say to a channel. It doesn't matter if they're it doesn't matter if they're white, black, Mexican. I've never held back. I've talked shit to Carcino, right? I've talked shit to BK Warriors. Okay, there's plenty of black channels I've talked shit to, quote unquote. This is not the problem here, right? Is that for whatever fucking reason, and this is the truth, I don't care what anybody says, all right? For whatever reason, whatever it is, they see LDBC, they see a bunch of black dudes organizing and backing up a fighter, and it's a fucking crime. All right? Like, it's a fucking crime. Like, if Mexicans don't get behind Canelo Alvarez and shit. Like, if Filipinos didn't get behind Manny Pacquiao. This is fucking insane. I've seen a bunch of hypocrites on here. All of a sudden, they're coming out. I always talk shit to Precise. I always talk shit to him. No, a lot of you didn't. You're a bunch of fucking liars. Right? Yeah, you're talking shit to Precise now when it's easy to talk shit. Right? Right? I was ragdolling that motherfucker for years, and I don't just say it. I did videos about it. The videos exist. A bunch of you dudes were literally, there's a dude on here that did a video to Precise. Right now, when it comes to the LDBC, oh, motherfuckers. Oh, motherfuckers. You racist motherfuckers. Right? But when that motherfucker did a video to Precise Presenter, okay, who's literally the most racist channel to ever fucking exist here on YouTube. When that guy did a fucking video, right? Response to Precise, I swear. I mean, holy shit. Oh, Precise, hey, I'm gonna do a response video to you, but this is no beef though, right? It's just boxing talk, bro. I respect you, bro. I'm just doing a video. It's just boxing, all right? All right, Precise. It's just boxing. It's just respect, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. All right? Are you kidding me? You guys live in a fucking fantasy world, man. You literally do. You live in a fucking fantasy world. Oh, D-Style, he's just backing up the blacks. Oh yeah, because that's a cool thing to do, I guess. Because when black people walk around the street, they just throw rose petals to their feet, right? You guys fucking morons. Now, in the case of librarian, okay, I'm not gonna go as far as to say he was being a racist. I'm not gonna go that far, right? But it's very suspect how infuriating he was getting over this whole thing. You know, it's very suspect. You know, and it's kind of sad, actually. It is kind of sad. You know, first of all, one of the reasons his content never really got anywhere, okay, is he was not open, okay, to criticism. He was not open to people making recommendations. He was not open to people critiquing his content, right? I would see him do video responses, and it almost sounded like he was offended that somebody pointed something out that maybe he should have, said. Saying, "Oh no, well, in this videos, I only talk about this, not about that." And it just, there was always an issue with that. Okay. Now I'm not going to sit here and just because it's easy now to kick him while he's down, say I never enjoyed any of his content. Right. Now I didn't watch all his videos. But there were some videos that I found, insightful. I'll say that. Okay? But at the end of the day, what he turned into in the end is sad. Okay? It is sad when somebody reaches that point. That is just sad. Right? That is fucking sad. And now you got idiots like Sean Newton out here. First of all, to just finish out with librarian, when you literally burn every bridge you got, okay? When you literally burn every bridge you got, and the only thing you got left is to run into the arms of Sean Newton, okay? You really know you've hit a pretty low place, okay? And I kind of know it got to him finally seeing channels that were cool with him. And I don't know if you know this, librarian, but one of the reasons some people were not going in on you is because, right, you were cool with certain people, all right? Or we're staying out of your beefs. Because we weren't saying anything and staying out of it, out of respect to certain channels, they weren't going in on you. Okay, it's not that you were like being this, force of intimidation and they didn't want to say anything to you. That's not what it was. Okay? And then now you got fucking Sean Yoon, the fucking idiot from Taiwan, who still doesn't fucking get it. He doesn't get it. Nobody's forcing this idiot to watch these channels. Nobody's it's unbelievable how obsessed this dude is. It honestly is. He literally just did a video saying, "Oh, now they, quote unquote, they," which we know that means black guys, okay? Now they are making videos about, pumping up, Fury, but they're only doing that because, they want to hide their UK bias. Really? Is that what it is? Okay. Because if they would have done videos shitting on Fury, you would come out and say you would think that they would be pumping them up, right? It's one. If it's not one thing, it's the other. Okay, if it's not one thing, it's the other. Even Sean Yoon's stupid ass the other day. Oh yeah, I always disagree with Precise. You guys know it. I disagreed with him. Sean Yoon, okay, you're a fucking. Not only are you a piece of shit, right? Not only that, have you ever seen the movie Planet of the Apes? Okay, when Caesar fights what was that one monkey? What's his name? The evil one or whatever, right? You know how they get in a fight, Caesar wins the fight, and then the one monkey like submits, like puts his hand like above his forehead in submission. Yeah, that was you, Sean Yoon, to fucking Precise Presenter, right? That's what you were. Precise Presenter went on your fucking channel, and in the comment section, just because you said a fight between a black guy and a white guy was competitive, he called you a cuck, right? He said, stop being a cuck, Sean Yoon, and you never responded to it. You just let it ride, and then you were still commenting on his channel. Okay, so there you go. All right? Fucking moron. Okay, now, called them out, like in front of everybody, too. And he was still, like, being all cool with Precise. And that goes for a lot of you dudes, all right? And for anyone who comes and denies it, do not make me, okay, do a video montage of your hypocrisies. Don't make me do that, all right? Just don't do it. Don't make me do that now, all right? Like, I get it. Precise is gone, and somebody's trying to fill that void right now. Like, Sean, you just don't got it, bro. Like, you just you know, you just don't got it. Okay, Brooklyn Brawler, you just don't got it, bro. Right? And by the way, that's not true when you say, quote unquote, they didn't give a shit about Fury versus Wilder. That's not even true. Like, every time I log on YouTube, almost every time, a recommendations thing comes up, right? And on my recommendations, there's literally a video of 78 who did like a video montage, right, of the knockouts of Wilder Fury, pumping up the fight. Okay? Like, bro, there's video evidence that disproves the things you're saying. Like, you need to shut the fuck up already. Right? Now, look. Let's see if I can pull up the chat here really quick. By the way, how's everybody tonight? God damn. Holy shit. Holy shit, I got a lot of shit here. Haplotype, what's up, bro? Rasclot. All right. A lot of shit talking in the chat. What's up to Outside the Ropes? Grave Drank 666. DStyleBoxing Librarian beef. Well, first of all, there can be a beef. There's only one dude on YouTube, right? But I just thought I'd address it. That's all. Yeah, AJ10 lost it. Rascalot still talking to here. Zelot Boxing Tool 6. What's up? Yes, Great Drank. He deleted his channel. Rascalot saying he will never close his channel. Well, he did. Hawker Mustang. I don't know if he's still around or not. Actually, of the people I have blocked, Hawker Mustang is one of them. So, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I blocked him. I actually unblocked him for a little bit. I don't know why. And then it took him 2 days. When Ray showing the fucking chat, and there you go. Great Grand 666. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he was part of the LDBC and everything. And then out of nowhere, right, he was his own man, which was code word for I'm no longer with the LDBC. And it kind of happened around the time Precise disappeared. So, yeah, it starts happening on everybody. Hawker, outside the ropes, that's because Hawker Mustang literally has no life, bro. That's why he's always the first one to comment. What's up to Coach? What's up to Quest? AJ10, I like boxing, but never would another man's opinion affect me emotionally. Well, I'm not built that way. Well, there you go. Lots of people saying what's up to each other. Rascal 222, but Boxing Librarian is defending the UK because some dudes made it a US versus UK. How come Boxing Librarian can't side with UK? Nobody's saying he can't side with UK, right? But basically he's throwing shots, right? And then he's playing the victim. Now he's allegedly has been flagging channels, right? Now I can't say for sure that he's been flagging channels. I don't know that, right? But there's a good chance he did, right? Because this it's too much of a coincidence. And not only that, it was very suspect on how he kept bringing up flagging on one of his videos, saying he wouldn't do that. I wouldn't flag, and he kept saying it over and over and over again. Okay, that is someone guilty. All right, that sounds like somebody guilty. Grave Giant says it's 60. Close it down. Yeah, coach was there for a while. They closed it down. There you go. Yeah, I agree with Haplotype. He lost it. I mean, he went on a deep end. It's unbelievable. It's honestly. I mean, this dude wouldn't have survived the Pacquiao Mayweather thing. He wouldn't. A lot of these dudes today wouldn't survive those days. They just wouldn't survive it, right? Hey, if this Joshua Wilder thing is too much, right? I mean, they just wouldn't be able to survive. They just wouldn't, right? There was, whenever I would do a video, right? This was years ago. If I just did a video just saying that Pacquiao's not the best of all time, right? Because people were saying that a lot, okay? 2009, 2010, 2011-ish, you know, Pacquiao's the best of all time, this, that, and the third, comparing him to Henry Armstrong. And just, you know, I was just giving my opinion as a boxing fan, okay, that's just not true, right? And I would get waves. I would get video responses from people that just don't exist today, right? But they had a following at that time, a following that Juan Manuel Marquez killed, right, with a knockout. But anyway, they were extremely unreasonable, right? Extremely unreasonable. But I didn't block them. I didn't want attention. I didn't lose my mind. I had two of my channels taken down, right? Two of my channels were taken down. I had to start over twice. What are you going to do? Anyway. AJ says I am neutral in the Wilder Joshua debate. I kind of am too. I mean, AJ decided to take it too personally, which I kind of want to talk about in a moment. Let me get to some of these comments. Rascalat, I made a few videos on PP, and PP knew better to respond. Ain't nobody scared of PP. Outside wrote me and DStyle made PP shut down his original Mentix Bubble channel. NBT Boxing, what's happening, gents? AJ10. Back in 2009, 2011, a lot of Filipino channels existed supporting Pacquiao. And some of them were cool, and some of them were very, very unreasonable, okay? But let me tell you this. You'll never hear Sean Ewan say, oh, those people, they were getting together only supporting a Filipino fighter, when there's a whole sport with so many fighters, and they only support the one, like, you know, like you never heard Sean Ewan say that shit. All right, people saying what's up. PP's watching now. He's still around. What up, PP? PP. I think PP had. I think he brought balance. You know, once PP disappeared, there was no balance in the universe of here in YouTube, and I think everything went out of whack. You know, several dudes and a lot of they know who they are. Okay, they try to fill that void, and then it failed, and now they're trying to be cool and stuff. And but you know. All right, bunch of other comments. He had a nervous breakdown on YouTube. I didn't watch the video earlier when he called Dan a dog and all that. I did not listen to that. I was on several of his videos recently leaving comments, but or I couldn't comment, that is, which tells me I was blocked. Okay? So he blocked me. And this was before I did the angry boxing fan video. Like, he basically, the only way I could think of why he blocked me would have been because I did a video just saying that I want to see the Joshua Wilder fight. That's all I did. You guys can go back and listen to my videos. And apparently that was too much. I never once commented on anybody's channel talking shit. I stayed out of it. Yet I still got blocked. No, whatever. PP is a bigger Ward fan than me. Yeah, PP used to be a Mayweather fan. I bet a lot of you don't even remember that shit. Okay. Back in 09, all right, or 2010, I forgot when it was. It was after the Pacquiao versus Cotto fight, okay? And there was negotiations with Mayweather and Pacquiao. Believe it or not, PP was in the side of Mayweather, and he was saying that Pacquiao was on PEDs. Like, believe it or not, I know it's hard to believe for some people, but he was, right? And he was subscribed to my channel, and the first video Mentix Bubble Bass ever did was a response video to me agreeing with me on the Mayweather-Pacquiao drug testing issue, right? That was the first video. Some of his first videos were responses to me. I was one of the first boxing channels he was subscribed to. And I think one of the reasons people did not like me, right, was because he knew that I knew that he was a fucking fake, right? And he knew that. And he knew a lot of people that had been around for a while, like Outside the Ropes, like Blood, like other people that were around for a while. They knew he was being a fucking fake, right? What's Coach saying? He was a Fury fan from the start? No, according to Sean Yoon, you're all the same, and none of you were supporting Fury ever. Okay? PP probably cried a lot, so Kovalev have lost. PP made a strategic error, right? And I'll tell you guys where his error was, right? PP had a formula, okay? If you look at his, well, you can't look at it now, but if you ever looked at his channel, he had a formula. And the formula was, if the fighter's black, he did not win the fight, okay? That was always his formula. And he would always flip the arguments and say that the non-black fighters are the slick ones and they're the scientists, and he would kind of refer to the black fighters as the cowards and this, that, and the third. And it was just a constant thing that he would do every single time and never failed. Even when the fighter dominated, like Spence dominated Algieri, right? He literally did a video, and the first thing he said was, why wasn't Pacquiao given the benefit of the doubt when he knocked down Algieri the first time? Like something like that. Like, and then he even said that Algieri, could have done better, but since he's not a quote unquote a certain complexion, he couldn't fight the way he best could, and like only certain fighters are allowed to be defensive and box in the move and stuff like that. That's literally the type of shit people would say, okay? But he had this formula. Now, the problem was you got to be able to, if you have a formula like that, you have to pick and choose your battles. And his downfall was when Joshua beat Klitschko, right? He continued with that formula. He was saying that Joshua cheated. Now, keep in mind, I haven't heard anybody other than Precise make the argument that Joshua was cheating, okay? Now, he got a lot of backlash due to that, all right? A lot of people that were supporting him were no longer on board. Okay, they were like, whoa, hold your horses there. Now this one, you're not supposed to bash this one, all right? And that was a strategic mistake of his. Another one was he kept following the formula. He tried to do a video, okay? Oh man, he tried to do a video explaining why Postol beat Crawford. And even his own followers, like even the ones that agreed with him that Pacquiao beat Mayweather, okay? His own followers were like, bro, this is ridiculous, right? And I think that was the downfall of PP, right? His little formula, in the end just crumbled. There's only so many times people could lie to themselves before they say, okay, bro, enough. Okay, there's only so many times you can do it. So there you go. Bad Bar, what's up, bro? And that's Koba. That was his name, Questex. Okay, there you go. Sean Yun is Koba. Okay. I don't know. I think Koba was a tough dude. I don't know. But anyway, Rasclot, NBT the rest. I can't figure out what caused him to close down. Ward is greater than Kovalev or Horn greater than Pacquiao. Same time frame. All I'm gonna say, man, there was a lot of dudes that were cool with Precise, man, and now they're claiming they weren't. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I would see them in Precise's comment sections where he said some of the most hateful rhetoric imaginable, right? And they were like posting shit like good vid, right? Which told me either they weren't listening to his entire video or they were literally overlooking the shit he was saying. And this was not subtle shit, guys. Okay, this was not like some covert shit. This was very, very blatant and overt, right? Now, I never saw Mr. It's not about race, don't bring up race, ever go after, Mr. Sean Yun. I never saw him go after, Precise the way he's claiming he did. Okay, you fucking liar, Sean Yun. You're a fucking liar, bro. Okay, you were like Koba after he got beat up by a fucking Caesar, right? I don't understand either, AJ Tim. I don't get it, bro. AJ beating Vladimir was actually in the cake. That was the end of European boxing fanboy. Bad Bart, the dude Sean Yun is a fucking weirdo. Some more comment. I'm going to have to scroll through this, guys. Mejia, what's up? Outside the ropes, I'll be back on it, blah, 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 blah. The phrase, you can't make this shit up, definitely applies to today. Yes, Doc, I agree. And what's up to Doc, by the way? Let's see, your first sub is here. Grape Drank, was Coach NBT Boxing's first sub, or what does that mean? Blood Boxing, my cry. Don't cry for me, Argentina. All right, let's see. Coach just put D-Style. I'm way behind in this chat, guys. Then the man says he has no sympathy. I have no sympathy either. None. D-Style, your Trump analogy was on point. I'm always on point. I believe he shut down his channel because Blood called him out for a live discussion. Yeah, could be. Dragon Style videos. I remember that channel, Dragon Style. Haplotype. Stop following Precise. That's good. The dude was fucking crazy. NBT Boxing. I'm trying to wrap my head around how you block everyone but create another account to talk to the dudes you block. It's crazy. I don't get that either. Blood boxing, he closed down quick, and plus he called me out on a vid the other day. He was an internet troll. I remember, yeah, I remember that shit. He was calling out blood. He goes, first, um, like I guess somebody put in the chat because I watched it archived, not chat, not live, but I guess somebody had put something, and he goes, "No, I'm not gonna talk about that clown." That was one of his favorite words, clown, right? Um, but apparently blood became it because he fucking scared the shit out of him and he's gone. But anyway, he always called people clowns, and then he started like I don't know. It's just weird. He started going like, "What's up, bro?" Like it's just like to the people, you know. I guess making fun of the way Blood says "What's up" to people. I just think it's like a normal thing to say, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" Like I think it's a normal thing, but whatever. And then he goes, "I don't need to flag him." He started going off on the whole flagging thing. That I don't need to flag anybody. I did not flag no one. I don't need to explain to anybody. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I didn't flag anybody. He went on and on about not flagging nobody, right? Like I didn't flag anybody. You know, I'm listening. I literally tell myself, this dude sounds fucking guilty. All right, he sounds guilty as shit. I actually texted a couple of people saying, "Hey, this dude's like, I think he's guilty." Um, and then I think he said something like, he goes, "I swear to God," he goes, "and if I got him on the line, I swear I'll tear him apart." Like he would tear blood apart. This is terrible apart. You know, he just put him to shreds. Right? He even said that if blood tried to use history, he would demolish him in that department. All right. He was blocking everybody in the LDBC, yet he kept. First of all, I never understood the whole blocking, but talking to people that you blocked. I never understood that ever. I'll never understand that. PB's a fraud, says Man in Water. I agree. Red Fox says, "Holy shit, Suds." That was another name of his. Okay, was against Pac-Man. Yeah, he was. He was. Oh, that dude was so against Pac-Man. I honestly wish I had screenshot capability. You know, or I wish they never shut down my channel, my two other channels, because there was some shit there that could have really hurt him with his little Pacquiao fan base. It would have really hurt him. All right. All right. Mr. Doc says, Red Fox, the only criteria that he stated fits is associating with people he deemed members of the radical UK cult. All right. Great Drank 66. Man, too bad he deleted his channel. I would have loved to see your video referring to. Yeah, that was some. So what is he going on about, his peanut butter crackers? Sean Ewan? Why? Has something new gone down or something? I'm not talking about librarian, although I did bring up Sean Yun, right? Mr. Doc, which is funny because there's UK guys that associate with some of those people. I honestly don't have an issue with UK people anyway. All right? I have a lot of friends in the UK. And I swear to God, if I ever said to them, I think Wilder could land a right hand on Joshua, they would not suddenly like defriend me, okay? Okay? Or befriend me, that is. I wouldn't suddenly be on their hit list. Okay? They wouldn't block me on Facebook all of a sudden. Like, you're blocked! Like, what? Fun fact, okay? Two of my cousins live in England. One of my cousins married an English girl, and they had two babies. So what would that be, like second cousins or whatever? So I have two second cousins or whatever it is that live in England today. All right? So I have nothing but love for those two little girls and for England. Okay, relax. All right. I just want to know why he was calling Dan the Man anything. Like, I honestly, but like, this dude obviously did not know how to play his cards. Like, he just didn't know how to do it, right? Boxing Librarian was actually in a good spot. He really was, right? First of all, right? First of all, well, look, I was never gonna get in the middle of anybody's beef. Okay, a grown man starts beef with another man. That's between them. That's just the way I've always seen it. Okay, but a lot of people, okay, out of respect to me, then the man, to Doc, and a couple other people, okay, never really went in on Librarian, even when he would like throw shots, okay, because he would throw little shots here and there, you know. Um, and people caught on to it, you know. So I just little by little, I stopped going into his hangouts little by little, right? Um, I remember the last time I was able to comment on his chat, I put a comment saying, "Hey, bro, let me on so we could talk about this." And he was reading other comments in the chat, and then, you know, he just didn't respond to me, right? So I thought that if I could get him on and we can really talk about this, we'll get to the bottom of what the source of the problem, right? Communication is key, right? When you just throw shots at people and then block them, that's a temper tantrum. That's what 3-year-olds do, right? That's what you teach kids not to do, right? You know, when a little kid, right, is playing with another little kid, and then one kid picks up the ball and refuses to play with anybody else, the adult should tell that kid, "Hey, no, 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 play with the other kids. Pass the ball to him so he can pass it to you. That's what the ball is for." Right? These are things you should learn, right? When, since you're little. Now, look, a couple days ago, Boxing Librarian had a dream, guys. Right? The dream was that he would have a way to communicate with only the people he wants to associate with, aka only people that agree with him, and never give him any form of resistance to his opinion. Okay, um, which is not a good way to build your knowledge, right? DStyleBoxing, that's me. Okay, I'm talking to myself in third person. I don't fear any type of confrontation, right? Especially on YouTube, right? Especially on video and audio. This shit's easy, right? But I don't fear confrontation. I welcome confrontation, right? I don't mind, and I've done it before. I don't mind getting someone with an opposing uh, points of view on my videos and on my channel. I don't mind doing it, okay? Because I am confident in my positions, right? And I'm confident in if you know in my opinions, and I'm confident in the facts that I know. And when I don't know something, I am humble enough to say that, well, I don't know. If I'm not sure, I'm humble enough to say I think, right? But at the end of the day, I don't mind communicating with people, especially boxing, because I'm passionate about boxing, right? And that's the one thing I wanted to talk about. Because Boxing Librarian's idea of great communication is having a group where only people you allow are allowed to watch. But what that does is it creates a bubble, right? Like you're only associating yourself with people that agree with you, and you create this echo chamber where all your opinions turn into facts, right? When they're not really facts, but you believe they are, right? And that's problematic, okay? And I have no interest in an echo chamber. I have no interest in hiding from the rest of society and only engaging in conversation with a little secret group. I have no interest in that at all. In fact, I welcome disagreement. I welcome people saying, I don't agree with what you're saying. I welcome people challenging the things that I say. I welcome people proving what I say wrong, right? Because once in a while, hopefully it happens less than it does, but once in a while, someone will prove you wrong. And what do? You learn from that. You learn from that, right? That's how you improve knowledge, right? And there's so much knowledge out here, right? There's so much. And unless we engage in conversation, right? Unless we're able to defend our positions, we're never going to advance our knowledge. It just isn't going to happen, right? Now let's talk about passion and all that. Okay. Look, guys, I honestly feel now this is not all cases, and I'm not saying this is everybody, but there is, to a certain degree, many times I'll listen to a video, and to me the video sounds fun and it's entertaining. That's how I come off once I finish listening to the video, right? But then I'll see someone else respond to it, usually outside of the United States, and they sound extremely upset about that video. And I think there is a cultural disconnect, and this is what happens, okay? Many of our cultures are different, right? Hell, my culture is very different to many people on here, but if you listen to me and my cousins talk, okay, or my friends talk at a bar or something, honest to God, you would think that we're arguing and about to like throw blows. Like you would honestly think that, okay? But that's not really, that's not what's happening, all right? So some people engage in conversation in different ways, right? Now, I will say this. In order to understand the different forms of communication, right? People need to engage in conversation, right? We're not going to understand one another if we're constantly blocking, right? We're not going to understand each other if we're constantly getting away from the conversation. There's some people that seem to believe that if you don't engage in the conversation and just block people or just formulate an opinion about them and just leave it at that, that somehow that is going to be the solution to the problem. That's not what solves the problem, right? Now, it's no coincidence that an American heavyweight and a heavyweight from the UK has caused so much divide all across boxing YouTube. There's no this. It's not a coincidence. There just isn't, right? And I think a lot of people are misunderstanding. I believe anyway. A lot of these Wilder fans, I think they're just honestly misunderstanding them. I think they think that they're coming from a place of hate and stuff like that, and that's just not what it is, right? Now, I don't agree 100% with Wilder fans as far as whether Wilder could win. I don't even know if most of them actually believe he could win, right? I honestly think some of them just say it, right? But there's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, there's honestly nothing wrong with believing that Wilder could win. There's honestly nothing wrong with that. And wanting to see the fight, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there just isn't. All right. So anyway, those are just my thoughts. All right. Those are my thoughts. Let's see if I could look at more comments on here. Sean Newton is obsessed, bro. Okay. That dude is so obsessed. Okay. I mean, holy shit, he's so obsessed. He's gonna do a video outside the rope, something like, "Oh yeah, now DStyle is trying to flip it and trying to say that there's a disconnect because of this." No, but the reality is, it was the LDBC that started it. Like, you know, it's gonna be something like that, okay? Because Sean Yoon just like Precise, has a formula. Okay. The only difference is that Precise actually created a pretty big following, selling his soul, while Sean Newman has been selling his soul like a whore, and he still can't get a pretty decent following. That is astonishing. When you sell your soul, it better be worthwhile, right? It better be worth everything. At least make it count, all right? You know what's funny? When people make response videos, here's my response video. Oh, man. Anyways, guys, it is getting late, okay? It is getting extremely late, and I gotta call it a night, right? So I apologize, I can't go through all the, I did read through them, but I can't really go through all of them. Let's see really quick. Blood Boxing, DStyle's been here 10 years. He came a few months after I was here. What was it, a couple months? Yeah. My first video was a post-fight, a Pacquiao versus Haddon. That was my first video I ever made. Nobody forgets that first video. You know, it's like the first chick you banged. You can't forget that. Let's see here. Anyways, I'm gonna call it a day, guys, or a night. I got to get up at like 5 in the morning. So this is DStyleBoxing. You're watching archive. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. Thursday night, I'll be doing a live Q&A. All right. On that one, I will respond to all the comments. Peace.